Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome to Daily's 2A News. Today I just want to do a brief update on California Freedom Week 2.0. Reason I'm doing this video is because I'm still getting a ton of emails every single day, people asking me what's going on. Well, as far as the date goes, nothing has changed on the date. Now I know that the date for Judge Benitez to actually hear the arguments for the injunction has changed a couple times. It was back in February, then it was later February, and now it's been March 19th. Everything that I hear, it's still going to be March 19th. So Judge Benitez is going to hear from the plaintiffs and the defendants on that date. It's going to be in a courthouse in San Diego, I believe at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then from what I've been told, more than likely he's not going to rule from the bench. So we're probably not going to hear anything on that day. I mean, we could hear something either the next day or in the next few weeks once he actually makes his decision. So he'll take all the information that he gets, he'll go back, he'll look everything over, he'll think about what he wants to do, and once he makes his decision, then I'll come back to you guys and let you know exactly what happened. So it's probably not going to be on the 19th. I mean, technically it could be, but more than likely it's going to happen in the days following the 19th. Now, again, another reason that I wanted to make this video is because I'm getting a lot of questions as to how this is going to apply to different things and where you can shop and what would be able to be imported and so forth. So I wanted to answer some of those questions. One of the biggest has to do with AR pistols and AK pistols, things like that. People want to know whether or not they're going to be able to have these things if the injunction on the AWB actually goes through. And my answer to that is I don't think so. And everybody that I talk to doesn't think that that's actually going to apply either, and that's because anything to do with the pistol is governed by the roster. So if you were to make a change, you still can't bring in off-roster pistols, and you still can't make off-roster pistols and stuff like that, because again, it all has to be governed by the roster. So when you're talking about what would make a pistol an AW in California, yeah, that would change because the characteristics of that pistol making it an AW would change, but it's still a pistol and it's still a roster issue. So as far as those things are concerned, you know, I don't think that that would really affect that. Now, whether or not you already own one and now you could modify it to make it a, you know, a standard. Let's say you have one of those ones that's currently on the roster and you want to be able to modify that with a gas tube and a gas block and make it standard semi-auto. I think you'd be able to do that because it's already a rostered pistol, and so you could take off all those things that you know, make it compliant to make it work like a standard pistol, because now you have a pistol that's been modified and it's not considered an AW and it's on the roster. So yes, I think you could probably modify one of those. Now, I'm not a lawyer, it's not legal advice. I'm just telling you guys my opinion based on the things that I've read. So I don't really think it's going to have much effect on those types of firearms. What it's going to allow you to do if this actually does go through, remember, he can always say no, and then, you know, there is no Freedom Week, Freedom Month, Freedom Year, whatever. We have to wait till the case is settled. But if this actually does go through, you'll be able to take off your fin grips, you'll be able to take off your mag locks, you'll be able to have forward grips, you'll be able to have flash hiders, you'll be able to basically have what everybody else in the rest of the country has. So if you see something online that you weren't able to get before, like a SIG tread or just whatever, right? You see one of these things like a Tavor or something. If you see one of those things online that you maybe weren't able to get before or have shipped in before, if this goes through, you'll be able to get those things. That's what this means. So again, it's a really exciting time, to be honest with you. I mean, magazines were cool during the first Freedom Week, and it was nice to get those 30 rounds, those drums, whatever you could get in. It was nice to get those stick mags for the Glocks, and all that stuff was great. But this opens the door for so much more, because we can, you know, maybe finally get all the things that the rest of the country has been using, but California has just been left out of the game. So again, this will apply to basically all semi-automatic, centerfire, anything that has those features that have been banned. Those features will no longer be banned, and you'll be able to get them. So you'll be able to go to websites and buy yourself a new grip, buy yourself a new foregrip. You'll be able to buy yourself an adjustable stock or flash hiders and all the other cool things that everybody else has. So there's different websites that I've worked with in the past and people that I talked to in the past that I know are going to be willing to ship into the state. I just got off the phone with my buddy who owns MSR Arms. They're actually a California-based company, and so they'll be able to give you whatever you want right off the bat. So if you go to MSR Arms, they'll have all that stuff. If you already, if you bought something that has a fin grip and you don't have an extra grip for it, you want to get rid of that fin grip, put a grip on it, they'll be able to have that. And I think they're actually going to be stocking up on things prior to this happening if it happens, so that not anybody is left out that wants to get this stuff. Because again, it's going to be probably a grandfather issue if California comes in and decides to put another stay on this, and that stuff, if it gets grandfathered in, you'll be able to keep it. So there are other websites that are also going to be doing things and sending stuff in state again, so you'll be able to get pretty much whatever you want. And I will, on that day when Freedom Week actually comes out, I'll be putting a list of different things that you can get and from where on my website. You can always check my website. I have California Freedom Week updates on there as well. The link to my website will be down below. It's dailyshooter.com. You guys can check it out. And I will keep you guys up to date there as well. So any company that's willing to send stuff into the state will be listed on my website, so that you don't have to figure out whether or not these people are too afraid to send stuff into California should Freedom Week 2.0 happen. So again, there's not really much to update, and that's why this is going to be brief. But since I'm getting all these questions about what's going to be affected and what can I buy and what can I change, I figure I'd make another video to let you guys know. And we have 1 week. We're going to wait for it. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Hands to heaven, and see what happens with this, because I am really excited to see this go through. As somebody who lived in California for 43 years, there's nothing better that I would like to see than California experience at least a little bit of freedom, and hopefully in the end all the freedom that you guys actually deserve, because you deserve every bit of it. California is full of patriots, and you guys deserve everything that you fought for. So again, make sure you help out the Firearms Policy Coalition, who is making all this happen. Please like, subscribe, and have a great day.